Hello there and welcome back everyone. I am on the hunt to find the dragon's fleet and I am sorely disappointed. Because I am not seeing a single damn ship aside for the two that are cowering behind their shipyard at the moment. One of them being the mercenary ship that I saw earlier, so I am a little bit disappointed how this is turning out. You figure the dragon, which apparently were the great evil I'm gonna assume for the campaign, are now hiding behind their defenses with pretty much no actual military might to call their own. Just nothing but hired gun. Do you know how disappointing that is? I already said plenty of times, I don't need to speak of it anymore, how I'm trying to handicap myself in all this. So we'll just continue on. And I should start obsoleting some of this crap, because I don't care for these medium ships. I just gotta find them now so I can do just that. Let's see, obsolete. That's a gunboat, obsolete. Just gotta make sure it's none of them I don't accidentally obsolete my own designs. That would be ideal. And at the very least, this will clean up a lot of the clutter. So I think that's all of them aside for the freighter and the transport. I don't need the transport because I already have my Predator. And I think that's all of it. Except the freighter, which I'll keep because I don't have it this barred to build my own freighter. Nor do I think it's really that important to justify. But really, the question comes down to, is there even a point to build more bandits or even military ships or not? I want to say no, but at the same time, let me get another invasion ship out, so that way I can at least capture all three of the Dragon worlds, and then I can worry about like construction ships and all that for now. And also, I'm in the deficit right now, which hopefully will be remedied pretty soon with these shopping centers to help out a bit. And if I ever upgrade the hive, that will boost it even further, especially when I finally get around to my financial capital here. So I am in the negative right now, but I'm going to have a massive economic swing, so I'm not worried. Not too much. I just gotta be mindful of relations, that's the important thing. Oh, how convenient. They're now poking their head out, huh? Only to shoot at something that's completely harmless. My, aren't they brave. And I would love to teach them a lesson. Oh. So they're insulting me. Although their insult processors need to be recalibrated, I think, because I don't even have a clue what he just said. And I gotta be careful, because, yeah, my invasion ship is at risk of getting sniped by that bludgeon. And with it, yeah, it has all the armor too, so it is a big threat. So what is it? That is just a construction ship, though, is it? Yeah, just a construction ship, so that's not a huge loss if I were to lose it. But hell, at least they're starting to show a little bit of teeth, so that's better than nothing, I guess I'll give the dragon. What does that thing even look like? It looks like some kind of crazy tentacle monster. Actually, pretty damn similar to what the Ensgar's like. So I wonder, is there a consistent theme with the mercenary ships, or is it just I guess there's like same kind of backstory with these kind of mercs. No. They all seem relatively similar, at least in color. Well, if anything, the color is more associated with what age they're in, so color, I guess, is irrelevant. It's just the ship design, which I'm seeing a very similar theme if you look at like some of them. So never mind that thought. They just got their own little kind of fleet design, so that I wonder if that's possible for creating my own custom race, if I can use the mercenary ship designs. That would be fun, because that would feel a lot more unique than just using ship designs from other civilizations to call my own, because then you have things like the Iconians using my ship designs against me. The nerve of them. Otherwise, it still opens up opportunities for more ships, so I can't complain one bit. Speaking of which, these survey ships are recovering nicely, and I already deduced I don't need them over on the left side, so I'll use them to scout the border maybe. And I need to be very mindful of what influence looks like over here. because I might have to resort to either a bunch of star bases with culture rings, because they do have a slight edge on me and I am being pushed back from multiple sides, whereas the Kryklon not so much. So I'm going to probably need a couple of star bases here when I can get around to clean up the mess to kind of help push that influence back. And Cryset Beta is perfectly fine. Relations are good there. And I kind of am tempted to get into... what is it? Yeah, I'm kind of tempted to get into the trade there to gain some more ground. Should I do that now? I probably should. Because I'm hesitant after what happened before, waiting for my evasion. Because again, Drengin are useless. They're laughable, so let me get the trade out of the way. So long as they're willing to trade with me. Yeah, most of them could trade with me, so if I can get anything extra, that's welcome. Like beam weapons, focus beams. Again, well, I would like to have a good variety of all the different weaponry, but seeing as the majority, the Iconians and Kryklons, which are my biggest threat, are emphasizing my ships, and with the deflectors, I'm not going to consider that for the time being. So, is there otherwise anything I can use? They got a crap ton of Duranium and other resources, mainly because they are pretty much free to do whatever they want in their region of space. Now the Kryn are like not even a threat, quite frankly. So what can I trade for them? Again, rapid fire stuff, so maybe I can get... Maybe what I do is I trade stuff to them so I can at least benefit from lots of income from them. Although kinetic weapons seems to have no value to them at all. That's interesting. They have no value of kinetic weapons. I find that interesting. What else do I want to trade that they can't utilize on me too much? Not a whole lot, quite frankly. And that kind of worries me a bit. So I'll just go straight forward to the income and get a little bit of money off them. At the least, I can use that to rush my infrastructure if I feel necessary, or, like I was planning before, to get a mercenary ship of my own, because I don't think that's necessary now that my production is underway. There's just not much here I want. Aside for the tourism, I can get tourism and that will give me an automatic boost of income. A small one, mind you, because I'm not going to pursue the tourism, but it will give me a bunch of free income, which I can't object to. So I'll give them some culture stuff, because I don't think they care about the culture stuff. And what are their ships? Their ships have no weaponry at all, so never mind that thought. They do have kinetic tech though, so they're probably emphasizing railguns. So I'll give them something else with the missile weaponry. And militarization, which I don't even know if they care about. And a little bit of income on the side. Now I'm curious. Does that trade? Yeah, that activated right away, so I feel like that paid off, considering how little income I was getting in turns, so... But then again, my marketing center probably triggered as well. And I could trade with all the other races, but we'll carry on for now. Because I still don't have, like, much to reign in that. Oh, go figure. Drengin are cowering again. Oh, that's fine, though. I'm gonna happily murder them. And I'll just take one population from this planet this time. Because again, my strategy is still the same. I'm gonna siphon it from Kona and maybe from Crux there to kind of benefit some. And speaking of influence, I might want a couple of culture rings to kind of push this back so I can get Crux back in my good graces. Because that would also help with relations in the long run. But I think by that point we'll already be at war. So, time to put this ship to test. This is a little bit overkill though. Because I would love to just send 2 of my bandits in. At least they'll have a chance to fight me. Actually has resistance against everything for being a small ship, so maybe I don't think 2 is going to be enough. Let me send in my original plan. Let me send in the Jensgard and the 2 bandits. That was the original fleet I was going to go for. Don't want to overkill too much because might as well give them some chance to fight for a mercenary. But with 20 missile strength, I think it's not going to survive much, even with its damage reduction. So let's have a look at these bandits for a change. Oh, that's not where you want to pause to get hit by a massive laser cannon. Even if it is a prototype gun. There we go. Let's see, that's not good. That's not long for this world, pretty quickly. Is my bandit going to survive though? I don't think it will. Unless the other ships can kill it quickly. Okay, 1 health. Nope, I lost the bandit. They died in a stalemate, unfortunately. That wasn't as exciting as I thought, but I was hoping to admire the bandits a little bit. Well, they did some damage. And I got rid of one of the mercenary ships. Now, where the hell is the other one? That's still what I'm curious about. So I can destroy that thing too, which would be lovely if I can deal with the other pirate ship. Or the mercenary ship. And with that said, with it destroyed, what happens? Where's the bludgeon? Okay, still says they were hired, so maybe they're gone permanently. I'm just curious what happens when a mercenary is destroyed, if it's completely gone from the game or at some point it can be rehired. As unlikely as that seems with the fact I just destroyed it. Nonetheless, that's 1 mercenary ship down. Just gotta sort through all these ships here, I guess. Put them in ideal positions, because the Kryn are now at what? This is 15 logistics, so... And I'm hoping I still have good relations with them, or at least neutral relations. Doesn't look like much at the moment. So I just need to keep an eye on that. And I think I'll get back to construction ships for now, but I need a good handful to at least fight off the Kryklons if I feel they will. Well, at the very least, I want to make sure they don't see me as weak. Because that's going to hurt relations really quickly, so maybe I'll just focus on 2 construction ships for the culture here. Hopefully start pushing it back, which, with them having Sala, is not really going to happen. Not yet. No. I'm going to continue war. You're the one who disappointed me. You're going to get your due. And I look forward to it. Because it's going to be, what, 3 more turns maybe? Well, maybe, yeah, possibly 2 more turns now after that move. Till I can get to Drengin. I just gotta make sure it doesn't get sniped by anything. So where the hell is that other mercenary ship? You think I would have seen it by now. Because right there is just a colony ship. And for some reason, with 132 production, they are not building a damn thing. Which baffles my mind. But I look for all the extra production they're producing. And see what magic sauce they're using to get so much production. Although, apparently Aurora has the same thing now, so I guess I'm learning. I just am uncertain if it's because they had a boosted resource somewhere or not. That's the only thing don't really know for sure. Population's coming up well. Oh, and the production of everything just finished, so let me throw a hive in here somewhere. Probably here, because it's right next to 2 good manufacturing centers to boost its raw production growth. And then how do I want to proceed? Because I would love... Let's see. I had something else I want. Oh, the Hyperion stuff, that's what. But they're more military stuff, but they can still benefit from here. Sadly, that gives approval. Nothing here gives military boost, so... If anything, the Hyperion stuff is good here. So we got the Shrinker for the mass, which is essential, I feel. We have this one for the logistics. Yeah, and it reduces logistics costs at this system, so it just feels worth it. I like to think. And I do have a terraforming slot, so let me understand what kind of synergy I can get. Just basically these two slots, so this capital... Ideally, the capital would be better served down here in the long run, so I gotta keep that in mind. I might swap it out at some point when I feel the Drengin refinery is not worth it. So, gonna terraform here, I think. We'll have the logistics system here, because they're gonna benefit quite heavily from the hive. I just wish I had a nice little resource here to give +3 to military so I can get a massive boost to my shrinker like I did last campaign. That would be nice. Even though I was really late, I guess, in retrospect, with using the Hyperion stuff, Hyperion structures. Now, terraform's done here. We got a lot of manufacturing stuff. Food. Do I just keep going with the manufacturing? If anything, I was thinking of diplomacy down the road, because again, that's an issue. Ooh. Intimidation center is promising, but yeah, I'm not going to be having any issues anytime soon, I feel. With approval to justify it, as much as I would love more benevolent points. So Workhorse is done. We're going to start implementing our strategy to kind of push back the influence a bit. Here's hoping. If anything, I should focus on the Kryklons, because I know for a fact I'm neutral with them. Iconians is likely to deteriorate. So yeah, I just wasted a turn moving. Let me go over there. That feels more worthwhile at the moment. Because long term, I'm certain relations is gonna just be gone with the Iconians. But at least I can hold off the Kryklons. Now next turn, we have the evasion ship here, actually now, which I probably could have gotten more movement in there. Nonetheless, I have full 5 actions to go to Drengin. So let's max this out and hope it's enough. Let's see. The power's the same, although they have more power than me. And apparently 100% success chance, which baffles my mind, even though they have more power than me and more population. So, I don't know how exactly this works. I wish I could understand it more, because they have practically 3 times the population. 50% resistance though, mind you, but still. And even with that, it's a victory with almost no casualties. And they're supposed to be brutal. I really need to understand the system better. Because that seemed way too easy. Not to mention, now, I have all this production, and these structures I have no clue what they are, but I guess it's safe to say they're just a themed version of the manufacturing plant, or the factories is what this looks like. Because now I'm seeing a research version, and the farm's the only thing that's not original or theme-based, so that's what's going on. And I guess this explains all the production, but they had to probably delete and destroy everything to get all that production, because I know for a fact they had 40 manufacturing forward and they had a lot of research, so they practically just scrapped everything only to build it back up with the manufacturing, so that's interesting. Maybe that's what the Iconians did, but still, to get that rebuilt so quickly, you think they would have a lot of income like I've been seeing them in the trade. Nonetheless, I can't object to this, and I want to build a hive right here, I think. That's what I would like, but where's the, there's the hive. So with that said, let me get a factory here. I got a terraforming slot also ready, and I'll destroy that afterwards once the other structures are built. In fact, let me get this terraforming going, because I have plenty of approval, so I think population is the big thing I want to go for. So let's do that, shall we? And this will happily be a new production world for me. And that leaves Uan 1. And then the Dragon are completely out of the picture. And maybe my influence, although, again, I'm hitting, my influence is now divided as a result, but it will push back the Iconians. I just don't know how effectively it will do that. So I hardly need any population for this world, I feel like. So what I'm gonna do is just take maybe 1 or 2. Actually, let me take like 3 population. That way it helps keep this world well populated, if nothing else. Because Crux, it's already pretty much maxed out. It's gonna get, well, I completely forgot about the farm there, but it's already in good shape. At least with a high population transport ship, it'll help keep the population of these worlds pretty high, if nothing else. So there's a benefit to spreading out the population, so that way it can max back out relatively quickly. And I don't care about these ships. These worms are useless to me. You know what? I just realized. Imagine how amazing it would have been if I could have salvaged that mercenary ship. That would have been amazing. Ooh, and he keeps track. I guess this is new to one of the patches or that. I didn't recognize this before. Missile assistance, it keeps track of all the augments or the buffs, enhancements that are put into the ship, so that's interesting. Also, speak of which, this is Crux 3, so I'm okay with this building my bands for me, while I use my home world to basically build everything else, the infrastructure, because I don't think I need to rush on ships right now, aside for defending myself and not seeming weak. That's the only thing. And other than that, I'm feeling good shape now. I just need to get these in some decent stacks so that way they're capable of fighting these Iconian fleets, because I think they have like 3 or 4 of these Firefly fleets that I have to deal with. Ooh, trade offer, what is this? They want open borders. I'm okay with that, considering everyone else is brazenly going through my space. At least Yor has some decency. Where the hell are they anyway? Because I don't even think they can reach my territory, let alone actually move through it. So I'll happily take the free resources. Speaking of which, wow. Oh, it's because Aurora's no longer military focused. That's why. Huh. Maybe. I wonder if there's any penalty if I say no. But nonetheless, I got everything I practically need from the Drengin, aside from just wiping them out from the game. I'm just wondering if it will decrease the warmongering penalty I'm having. Nonetheless, everyone said no, which is funny. Which makes me wonder, who else is at war? Who's at war well, pretty much a couple of people actually. Iconians are fighting the Sante and the Kryklon against the Arcans, which we already talked about. They cannot even reach each other. Speaking of which, can Iconians even reach the Sante? How stupid is that? At least I'm choosing my wars properly. If you ignore the little mishap I almost did with the Drengin not being able to reach them. But we contracted one of the Drengin construction ships to see things my way and help me out with that little problem at least. But I think 2 construction ships are good on the Kryklon side. I just gotta put one here to kind of help with the Iconians now. Because again, I'm pretty certain I have the most influence now, it looks like, so I am eventually going to start pushing back the Iconians. It's just spread out. So it's a matter, if nothing else, to make sure I push it away from Crux first. Because as soon as the starbase is out of the territory, the sooner I can get at least somewhat peaceful relations with them. I'm okay with that, because I think the plan after I finish with the Drengin is to just let things settle for a bit while I get my infrastructure up. And then I think it's safe to say I can finish up with this campaign. Or at least not finish it up, but it's going to be pretty one-sided, I feel.